If you have a mailing list that's worth signing up for, you don't need to trick, cajole, or bribe people in other. Well, that's a bad sentence. Or bribe people in other to get them on board in order to get them on board. Come on, DHH. You need to do that when you know that most people wouldn't voluntarily join. And that's a pretty weirdly coercive play. And on that note, from DHH of 37 Signals, now Basecamp, we're going to talk a little bit about what I feel is the presumption of a company that's already successful and established. So, what DHH said in that post was that you don't. That's basically sleazy to ask for an email. That why would you put everything behind an email? You don't need to do this. This is bad, and this always feels terrible, and yada yada yada. And okay, I get that. I mean, I hit a WordPress plugin this week that wouldn't let you deactivate it unless you filled out a survey for them. And if you get canceled to not fill out this little survey, they didn't let you deactivate the plugin. Now, I figured out how to get around it by using the bulk options. You could use WP CLI. There's a few other ways you could do it, but by default, most users would say, the only way to turn this plugin off now that it's on is to fill out their stupid survey. Totally sleazy. Shouldn't do that, junk. It's terrible, right? You get some sites and there's like 92 pop-ups. Also terrible. Like, why? Why would you do that? It's not, I don't know. I hate it. I leave those sites. They're terrible. I actually run most of them through DevonThink and use its stripping features to take all that junk out and just get the content because that's what is useful to me. The rest of it is not useful to me at all. So I get that. And I get that there are a lot of sleazy marketers out there that do a ton of terrible crap that is offensive in some ways, and then treat our information terrible. I even think of, what was it? It's Under Armour now. Runtastic, I think. Something like this. Some running site. And it seems like no matter how many times I unsubscribe from their email list, they start a new one and they start emailing me about whatever new product they're doing. And I've been unsubscribing for a year and I still keep getting them. So I don't know how I keep getting your stupid emails, Under Armour, but I do, and I don't want them. And I never signed up for the Under Armour email list in the first place. I probably signed up for the Runtastic one at one point. Anyway, so I get that emails can be sleazy. It can be terrible, and the way you ask for it in so many ways is just not good. But the fact is, it's really easy to say that for Basecamp, for DHH, because they don't need an email. They've got a successful business. They can send out a tweet and say, hey, we have a course coming up. And everyone says, oh, boy. And if you're not in the first 5 minutes, you probably don't get it. So, oh, come here. Say hi.
Hi, me unicorn.
You are a unicorn now. Go play. Go. So it's really easy to say that for someone who doesn't need the emails, right? It's really easy to say this, and because they don't need them, they'll sell out. They have plenty of customers. They've got lots of stuff. It's all good. They've documented it. Well, right? They've talked about it in many of their books. I've got a bunch of the books on my shelves behind me. They're great. I like their books, but it's really easy to say that when you're established, when you literally don't need emails, because having emails. What? That's fine. Yeah, go. So it's totally fine to say that in those circumstances. When that neglects, say, someone like myself, I would say that a lot of the companies, it seems to me like a lot of people I see talking about 37 Signals, Basecamp, about what they have to say on their blog, Signal versus Noise, is not some big company. It is a small business like myself. It's someone with 5 employees, 6 employees. They're doing some internet marketing. They're writing content. They're doing something else. They're running a small software product, and that's by and large their market. It's not the huge sleazy marketers. It's not monster companies like Under Armour that have entire marketing departments. The marketing department doesn't care. They're going to continue to do what they're going to do, and they're never going to read this article. And if they do, they're going to go, ha ha, how quaint, DHH, how quaint, and keep doing whatever they're going to do. So the people that are going to hear this are saying myself, and then what, are you going to feel bad for getting an email? I don't feel bad for getting an email. Now, part of that is the way that I treat your email. When I treat your email, when you give me an email, the first thing you're going to get is, hey, here's every single giveaway I have, every free product I have on my site, anywhere you can find is on one page. You get it. That's it. It's just yours to use. I don't have, multiple marketing chains. I don't have a bunch of other stuff. There's just the free product. You get to use it. Take it away. Go for it. Have them all. Yeah, that's how I do it. And doing it something like that, I think can be fine. Doing it, I don't even have multiple marketing channels anymore. I used to have some get a list over here. No, I don't have any of that stuff. You're on the email list. You're on the email list. That's it. Yeah. And even saying don't get emails, don't collect them, entirely neglects the fact in many ways that email is by far the highest converting way of advertising to people. It's better than any type of social media. It's better than your social media ads. You get someone on your list because you write an interesting list, and they stay on your list because you write an interesting list, which is what DHA says. If someone wants to be on your list, it needs to be interesting, and they'll join it because it's interesting. Well, they're only going to stay on it if it's interesting. Yeah. Anyways, and then they're only going to buy from you because they trust you and because it's interesting. So, yeah, I feel like I love the idea at some point. Oh yeah, why would you? And I first thought I was like, yeah, absolutely. Why would I ask for emails? Maybe I can stop some of that. But the truth is that I need to build up a bit of a list. I need to build up people that are going to listen to me. And you do too, probably. And then if you're going to do that, that means you need to get emails. And you got to ask for them some way. You have to entice them in some way. And saying that, oh, we just never need to do this, won't happen. I know at one point I was giving away things for free. This is a number of years ago. And you know what happened? Basically, nobody signed up for anything. Nobody cared. They just got free stuff and walked away. And talking to people later who actually did sign up for the list years later, they said, oh no, I didn't even read the free stuff. It was just free. So I think that in some ways, email puts a value on it. So if you're willing to trade your email, it's actually valuable enough that you're going to use the material. If you're willing to trade your email, then you might find you actually like the email list. I've had that a few times. I traded the email and, oh, I really like your email list. It's really good. It's I find it useful. It's not just about freelancing. It's about, in some ways, whatever you find interesting, which is great. And now you can hear my wife making her smoothie. So yeah, I don't follow what the HH says here. I like a lot of what they say, but realistically, I think it's short-sighted and that it's great advice from someone who doesn't need emails to say, hey, you don't need emails. That's it. Let me know what you think in the comments. What you doing, kiddos?
Feeding the leaves.
Feeding what leaves?
The bunnies. That is so wet.
Is it wet? Okay. Well, enjoy that. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, you can make sure you don't miss any by subscribing below. Make sure you hit that little bell icon so you get notifications if you like notifications. Although, I gotta be honest, I hate them. If you'd like to support the channel, like to make sure that the videos keep coming, that the content keeps coming, you can support me on patreon.com/Curtis McHale. Have an awesome day.